after such a monumental game and before such a monumental game?
Well, I think I think what we've got to try to do is you got to try to move forward. I mean, regroup. A very emotional game, very physical game, emotional game. Yeah, I mean it's difficult, but you got to do it. I mean we got another game left. There's not too many teams right now that can say they're playing a championship game. I mean we got to pull it together, and we basically got 4 practices left. It's what we've got before bowl season, and we've got to try to get it back, and we're going to get it back. But it was, yes, a very, very, very tough game, very emotional game. A lot of emotions were on it. A lot of guys were they were prepared, they were ready to go, and the outcome just didn't come out the way that we all wanted it to be. Yeah.
You did have some success running the football, though. Is that something you can build off and do more of?
That was a positive. I thought Andre looked like the Andre of old. I thought he was ready. He was, I definitely thought he was in his zone without a doubt. Yeah, I think you've got to build on that. That was a positive out of it. We didn't fumble the football. That was a positive. Those are some things that we've got to build on. We got to get our confidence back in that regard. But bottom line is we've got to make plays. Plays that were made earlier in the year aren't being made right now. We turned the ball over one time. It's an improvement from the week before and the prior 2 or 3 weeks, but still that's not acceptable. We can't turn the football over. But with that being said, we've got to be able to make some plays, and we've got to be able to execute what we're doing.
Are the plays that you're not making now that you made earlier a product of how you're being defensed, or are you just not making plays?
Well, I think you look at it. I think y'all saw the same thing I saw. I mean, I think Sammy was 3 or 4 yards behind everybody, and normally he how many times has he made that this year? How many drop balls did we have last night or Saturday night? And you count the number of drop balls we had Saturday night compared to what we've had all year long. We haven't dropped many passes all year, just straight in your hands. And so I think that has a lot to do with it. I'm gonna give them credit. I mean, up front they were. That was as good a defense as we were going to face this year. I mean, there's a reason why they're number 2 in the country in pass defense and number 5 in the country in total defense. I mean, they're very athletic, they're very physical, and I think that showed as well.
How about the offensive line? You talked the other night about we've got to protect our quarterback, and then the residual of that, what it's costing him in confidence. How do you recover that in a week?
Well, I think what you're seeing is you're seeing Taj being hurried. You're seeing being hit. Then you're seeing hurrying throws when there is good protection. And so I think that he was hit quite a bit the other night. Some of it was on him. I mean, when there was good protection, he was really jumpy and trying to get out of the pocket. So I think that's he's feeling pressure when there is no pressure, and then he's feeling pressure when there is pressure, and he's taking some hits in that regard. So yeah, I mean, we've got to do a better job of protecting the quarterback. If that means us, going in and cutting down on some things and doing some things a little bit different to help our guys up front, and simplifying even simpler than what we've been doing. We've got to be able to do something, because he can't continue to keep getting hit like he's getting hit in us to expect him to have the confidence to stand in the pocket when we do have guys wide open down the field. There was a third down in third quarter. It really sticks out. The game was close, 17-10 at the time, I believe, or might have been 24-10 at the time. And we had a 3rd and 10, and he had just gotten hit the play before, sacked the play before, and we have Sammy coming open on an deep end cut and wide open, and and there was no pressure at all, and Taj pulled the ball down and actually ran into the right side, Price's D end, and instead of standing in the pocket. So those are things that you're seeing the effect of a young quarterback right now that's trying to see the whole field, and right now he's having a hard time seeing the forest because of the trees.
Do you build his confidence, maybe some more of those quick passes, the short
Well, I
passes?
think you're going to have to do
early
some
in the year?
things. I think you're going to have to do some of those, and look at some of that. But we've got to be able to get the ball out of his hand in a quick manner. There's no doubt. I mean, he's even when he does pull the ball down and run right now, I mean, we're not getting positive yards out of it, and it's more of just kind of hunkering down, looking at the ground, and trying to just get back to the line of scrimmage instead of trying to find the open and get some positive yards out of being flushed out of the pocket. But so I do. I think back to your original question. Yeah, we've had a problem protecting him.
Seems like he's been keeping the ball in his hands longer the last, I don't know.
He's holding the ball, you
holding
mean?
the ball longer than the first half of the season. Is that a
Right.
product of defenses dropping more defenders, that sort of thing, or is it a product of something
Well, I mean,
else?
the thing that they were doing the other night, I mean, they were keeping some guys deep. They weren't going to let us get over the top of them. But as far as dropping everybody in the pass coverage, I mean, they were rushing forward and getting pressure with him on 4, and every now and then they'd bring a 5th defender. We've got to be able to throw the football away. There were several times that we had an opportunity to throw the ball away, and we didn't throw it away. And then there was a couple of times he did throw it away, and whether it be a screen pass, he threw it past the line of scrimmage. I mean, it was kind of, it was 6 1 half dozen the other. I mean, we get a penalty because we've got linemen down the field. I mean, so those are things that we got to learn and we got to continue to grow with. I mean, we're making mistakes right now that we didn't make early in the year. We're not making plays right now that we made early in the year. And right now what's happening is we're having to go on 12, 13, 14 play drives to score a touchdown. Early in the year, we were able to do those a couple of times in a game and yet hit on a 4-play drive touchdown, 5-play drive touchdown, 3-play drive touchdown. And when you got to go 14, 15 plays to go score, it forces everybody to be perfect. And you gotta work your way down the field, and you can't have too many mistakes. And while we've done that this year, we've done that quite a bit this year. We went on long drives this year, but we're not getting the 3-play drives. It's kind of helping give the confidence level that Taj is needing, that we need as an offensive staff, offensive group.
Is it difficult to dial it back up again, that confidence? What you're saying is he's lost confidence in his line. He's seeing ghosts out there, and that sounds like a serious issue.
I don't think he's lost confidence in his line. I mean, I just think that he's feeling a lot of pressure. And then he's feeling pressure when there is no pressure.
Well, that's,
And so I think it's affected him. I don't think he's lost confidence in it. You look back on it, and just as quickly as we've lost our confidence somewhere along the way over the last 4 weeks, as quickly as we lost it, we can get it right back. If Sammy catches the ball down the middle of the field, I don't know. Do we get our confidence right there? Who knows? We'll never know. I do know this, that at Maryland, when we had to have a spark and we threw the double move to Sammy down the sidelines and we make the big catch, that there was a lot of confidence there. If Sammy doesn't make that catch there, do you lose your confidence at that game? I don't know. We'll never know that. So we've got to have that spark. And I said it last week, and that's all we need is a spark, just someone to hit a spark for us, hit a big play for us. And just when we think we get one, then we kick ourselves in the foot, or we drop a ball. So I think it's just a combination of a lot of things. By no means am I saying that this is you could get it back with a play, with 2 plays. Just something positive early in the game is what we need.
You talked about Taj kind of struggling to navigate the pocket at times, and feeling pressure when it wasn't there. Is that an innate ability a quarterback has to keep his eyes downfield in the face of that rush, or is that something that you can improve and coach upon?
Well, you've got to try to improve on it and coach upon it. We've got to try to continue to keep doing. We got drills that we do over and over and over for pressure in the pocket and how to step up and evade the rush and keep your eyes down the field. Those are things that you gotta grow into with a quarterback. But at some point in time, you just got to be able to do it. You got to understand that being quarterback, you're going to get hit. The pocket is going to collapse around you. You got to keep your eyes down the field, and you got to know when to get the ball out. And so those are things that we got to continue to work on with him.
Tempo-wise,
Mhm.
earlier in the year, 18 to 21 seconds.
Mhm.
Saturday, there was a lot of
Really-
7, 6, 5, and even
Mhm.
with 5 seconds, Taj just continuing to look
Mhm.
over the sideline. Was that noise, lack of confidence, what they were doing? Or?
Well, I think it was. I think the noise was a little bit because you saw him several times, really trying to relay to both sides of the line in what we're in, whether we weren't speaking loudly enough or what we were having to repeat it again. But no, our tempo was not even close last week to where it needed to be.
You wanted
Not even close.
You wanted a